to the brand new episode of the Code Drop. Now, last week we did our HTML project, which was to make a website for a public library, and with that, we marked the end of basics of HTML. So, now using those basics which I learned previously, we can start making complex websites or using more of those complex elements which can be made using the basic elements. So, I have made a playlist for the whole HTML tutorial and I will link it down in the description and you can find it there and you can watch all the videos at once if you want to. Now that was for the HTML part, and from this video onwards we're going to learn how to style our web pages, or specifically the elements of our web pages, and the language which we are going to use to style our web pages is called cascading style sheets, or CSS in short. So CSS is used to define styles for your web pages, including design, layout, and display variations for different devices and screen sizes. Now let's jump straight into this video. So the first thing which you want to know is what CSS basically does. So CSS is nothing but basically a extension of the original HTML which is used to style the web pages. So when HTML 3.2 was introduced, the thing was that HTML only was used to style all the elements of web page. So for example, we use font tags to add attributes to the font, or we use a background tag to add a background to an image, and so on and so forth. But that was actually really tedious work. It was really hard to do. So from HTML5 onwards, or actually from HTML4 only, W3C introduced CSS, or cascading style sheets. Using these cascading style sheets, what we can do is we can write our HTML page in a proper format and then style it using the CSS, which does not actually get intertwined with the HTML code itself. So it can be a separate code, and since you have style in a separate code and your formatting in a separate code, it actually makes it work easy. Now that was some intro. So if you want to style a web page, if you want to know anything about any language, the first thing you want to know is the syntax of the language. So we are going to use simple syntax for our code. So let's open this folder in Visual Studio Code and let's add a few files, a few lines of code. First one is going to be doc type, and we'll add a HTML container, and inside of it we'll add a head container. So inside of it is the main thing what happens. So inside of it tag, let's add a title, yada yada, and then in the head tag we can add a style tag. So using the style tag we can actually style the elements how it want to look. So basic syntax of a style is a selector and then curly braces, and inside of it a property and then a value for that property. So this is the basic syntax of a CSS code: selector, property, and value. Now there are actually three different methods using which we can apply our styling to the HTML elements. So let's try using all of those elements, and we'll actually add a paragraph and we'll be adding styles to that paragraph. So let's add a paragraph and let's say this is a paragraph. Now the first method is by adding a style attribute to the element itself. So after P, I will add an attribute called style, and inside of it I can actually add all the styles I want to include for the element. So for example, let's add a background color to this, and we'll add a background color of black. So the hex code of black is hash followed by 6 zeros. So we'll add that, hash followed by 6 zeros, And when we go live, you can see that we have a paragraph which is black in background. Now the interesting thing is that our text also is black by default, so you can't see any text here. So let's add a color attribute also inside of the style, and using color property we can actually define the text color. So white is hash followed by 6 Fs. So let's add it, save it, and then you can see that we have a paragraph which is black background and a white background and a white text color. So this is the first method using the attribute style inside of element. Let's remove it from here for now. Let's go back to the original. And now the second method is what we discussed earlier, including a style tag inside of our head tag. So inside of style tag, you first have to give the selector, and our selector here is P. And then inside of the selector, we're going to add a background. And inside of the background, we'll add some other color here. Let's say red, and then color of azure. I haven't used azure. So when we hit save, you can see that we have a paragraph which has red background and a text color of azure. Well, it's similar to white, but don't know, there might be this difference. So this was adding your style using the style tag. This was the second method. And the third method is adding a link to an external style sheet. So let's add a link tag inside of our head tag. Link and then href hypertext reference to the file, to the CSS file, which is going to handle all the styles which we want to include in our HTML. So let's say my style.css, and then we'll add one more attribute called type. Type defines what type of file it is. So it's a text or CSS file. So we'll add that, and then a rel. So rel attribute basically means what's the relationship between the file we're linking and this file. So relationship is a style sheet. So we'll add a style sheet here. And now we're in this, and now you need to make a new file of name mystyle.css in our folder. So let's add a mystyle.css and edit this one. So we have a paragraph selector, and inside of this selector we're going to add a background, and let's add a blue background, and then we'll add a color of Bollywood. I'm using this color for the first time. I don't know what that means. Okay, now we have edited our style sheet and we have linked it inside of our HTML tag. Now when we go back to our, and when we hit save, you can see that we have our paragraph which has blue background and the Bollywood text color. So these are the three different methods using which you can add styles to your web page. Now we are going to use external style sheets for rest of our videos. And now, as I previously mentioned, I will tell you about the selectors. So what selectors are? There are basically three types of selectors. The first ones are called class selectors. The first ones are called element selectors. The second, the class selectors, and third, the ID selectors. To demonstrate this, we'll add two more paragraphs. Now, this one is our default elements selector. We aren't including any class in this. And then we have the second one. We'll include a class inside of this. And let's say class is equal to class. This is a class name. And then we have the third type of selector, which is ID. And the ID also will add class one. Now, these are the three different types of selectors: element selector, a class selector, and an ID selector. So you can see for now that we are inheriting the same styles for all of these because the element selector has the most priority. Now let's add a class selector here. So to access a class selector, we have to say dot and then the class name. So class name is class, and then inside of it, we'll add some other attribute. Let's add chocolate as our background. And when we save, you can see that the background of the second paragraph has changed. Now it uses the class selector for its background. And then similarly, to access the ID selector, we have to use hash and then ID name. Now ID name is class 1. And then inside of it, we'll add a background. And let's add a cornflower blue background. So when we hit save, you can see that the text of third paragraph has also changed. And you can see that the third paragraph text is not visible at all. So we'll add a color also here just to make it visible, and we'll say crimson. Oh, it's not visible still. So let's go back to our plain white color, and you can see that it's visible now. So these are the three different types of selector: the ID selector, the class selector, and the element selector. So this was the basic introduction to CSS and how to use it. And that's it for today, guys. Hit the like button if you liked the video and subscribe to the channel if you loved it. I'll see you on the next episode of the Code Drop. Bye for now.